What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hold up. I think I need to put my shades on. I think I need to put my shades on. We're going to have a good discussion for about an hour. Make sure you come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Hit that like button. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and throw my shades on. Boom! There we go. No, I didn't tell you to connect. Don't connect. There we go. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. As y'all can see, I'm in a truck. As y'all can see, I'm in a truck. It is a beautiful hot, what's today? Thursday? It's a beautiful hot Thursday, August 28th. Dang, time is flying by. Time is flying by. I could have sworn it was just August 1st. I could have sworn it was just July. I could have sworn it was just June. But here we go. We already moving into September. Next thing you know, it's October. Next thing you know, it's December, Christmas. Next thing you know, it's gonna be New Year's. Man, time is flying by. Listen, man, you better get to it. You better get to it because listen, time is flying. If you ain't getting your feet dirty, if you're not getting down in the mud and making sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do while the time is flying, time is just gonna pass you by. Time is just gonna pass you by. Make sure y'all check out the link. Join the Book of Forbidden Knowledge. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. Make sure you come on in. Check out that Patreon if you want to change your mindset, if you want to build that mental fortitude, right? With the Book of Forbidden Knowledge. Let me tell you this. With the Book of Forbidden Knowledge, not only do you get, my episodic knowledge on there, you also get, I just came up with the basically like a money mindset, which I call the Billionaires Row. Billionaires Row, we're going to be over there talking about crypto. We're going to be talking about technology. We're going to be talking about AI and automation. And also I have the After Pill archive. So over 60 odd videos over there that I've taken off of YouTube that are filled with knowledge, that is filled with wisdom, that is filled with game, right? Sign up for the Book of Forbidden Knowledge. You get access to all three tiers. You get access to all three tiers with the Book of Forbidden Knowledge. So you get access to the Book of Forbidden Knowledge, which I'm spitting real deal, like mind altering game over there, right? And then you get the Billionaires Row, which we're talking about, like I said, money, automation, right? What you need to be looking for in the future. And you also get access to the After Pill archive. So make sure you hit that link pinned to the top of the chat and go ahead and check that out and join the Patreon over there because we building a whole community over there. Shouts out to everybody who already has signed up for the Book of Forbidden Knowledge. Shouts out to you guys. But we're building a whole community full of men who want to change their mindset, who want to exist in the future. Because a lot of you ninjas are just going to get wiped out. That's for shit show, right? Unfiltered Grind, what's going on? Del Hart, McGregor, what's going on? MAGA Maniac, what's going on? Make sure y'all come on in and hit that like button. Yeah, we got some shit to talk about today. Oh yes, sir. This going to be one of those streams that I may have to take down and put on the After Pill archives. Right. This may be one of those streams, right? But let's go ahead and get started. We 4 minutes in. People still waking up. Ninja still waking up to brush their teeth and all that stuff. Critch 2 Live, you said, how do I become a real man, not a beta? Listen, man. So if you don't know the rules, if you don't know the rules of the chat, right? The rules of the chat is to super chat. To super chat or become a member. Right? Especially, when it comes to questions and things of that nature. Right? I have many live streams. I have many videos that you can probably refer back to answer that question. But if you want your question asked, you have to super chat. So let's go ahead and start this off with the creed of the outlier. I walk alone because I was never meant to follow. I was born to build what others were too weak to imagine. They rejected me for my strength, envied me for my presence, and feared the truth in my voice. So they gossiped, mocked, tried to shrink me, but I didn't bend and I didn't fold, and I won't start now. I do not chase the approval of the herd, you NPCs. I walk above it. I see through the mask and I speak with conviction forged in pain and clarity. Every betrayal carved focus into my soul. Every lonely night built the calluses I now wear with pride. My mission is not optional. My legacy is non-negotiable. And my time is coming. I am built for this and I will win. Creed of the Outlier. Right. So let's go ahead and jump on in. We 5 minutes in. Right. I still gotta hit work today. So I gotta be to work in like 2 hours. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with this topic. Everybody that's gonna come on in, you're just gonna have to catch it on the replay, right? Listen, dating is broken. Dating is over with, and I'm gonna drop a few more videos about how dating is broken. I'm gonna drop a few more videos about the era that we're entering into, right? Because some of y'all still don't get it. Y'all still don't understand. Y'all still can't fathom like what's going on, right? You still can't see it, right? You still looking for love, right? And I'm gonna tell this story real quick. I was talking to this guy at work, right? And this is just sad. This is real sad. I was talking to this guy at work, 26, and he was just talking about relationships or whatever. Jay, what's going on? He was talking about relationships, and he has a girlfriend that he's been with for 4 years. She used to be a bartender and all this stuff, right? And he said he says this is what he told me. He said he understands what's going on, right? But he says since he grew up with a single mom, he suffers from abandonment issues. He suffers from, emotional issues, right? He didn't come in contact with his dad until his teenage years. So when it comes to women, he feels like he needs women, right? So even if he wanted to, he feel like he couldn't even let go of his relationship, even if he wanted to, right? He's been through situation after situation with this woman, right? Situations where she's put her hands on him. He's been in situations where she's been talking to other guys, right? And he's had to, he admittedly went up to the job and slashed the guy tires, and also admittedly said that he threatened her, right? And I said, listen, bro, I don't want to see you on the news and, somebody got bang, bang, chicken bang, right? But he admittedly said that, I suffer from, emotional issues. Like, I can't be by myself. I can't be alone. I feel like I need a woman, even though she may be doing me wrong, even though, she's doing me dirty, right? And I just don't understand, like, why are men out here so dang on weak, right? How are men out here so dang on weak? My cool thing is we all have a choice at any given point. We have the ability to change our position, change our emotions. I agree. Third Coach Jim said the problem is that media teaches young women it's okay to be psycho, a leech, and damage property as long as they feel wrong. I agree. Welcome to the gynocracy. Where women can't do any wrong. And this is part of the reason why dating is broken in 2025 and beyond, right? Unfiltered Grind says MF is too traumatized to date now. You can't help guys providing personal perspectives and assumptions. Are you talking to me, Leo the Great? Am I providing personal perspectives and assumptions? Is that what you're telling me? Are you saying that I'm providing personal? What other way do you provide perspective, dumbass? Right? If I'm not mistaken, everybody has to live a life. You give personal perspective and then you evaluate the world that's around you, dumbass. Right? What are you talking about? As far as I can see, all the scientists that ever existed, everybody that's ever existed gave a personal perspective and then evaluate the world based on that. Shut the hell up and get out the chat. Hate men like you. AP, accountability is a word that isn't in women's dictionary. Well, the unfortunate truth is nowadays accountability is not even in men's vocabulary either, right? The roles have flipped. The roles have flipped. The genders has flipped. I don't care what you're talking about, right? This dude talking about some. I'm providing personal perspective and assumptions. Where am I assuming? I'm outside. I talk to men and women on a daily basis, right? That's just like you. What's the scientific whatever? I don't even know the name for it. It's like a pastor at different churches giving their own perspective about God. No, you just a dumbass. Shut the fuck up. You just a dumbass, right? Go ahead and get out of my chat. Come over here talking your shit, and then tell me to calm down. Get out of my chat. Come over here talking shit, then tell me to calm down. Super chat. Dating is dead for sure, right? Marriage is dead, relationships are dead, and one of the main reasons why, first and foremost, is economic reasons. Y'all got to understand that. Y'all have to understand that because one of the reasons why, one of the reasons why dating is dead is because of economic reasons, right? We don't stay in a time period where the economy allows for two people, right, to get together, or better yet, a male and a female to get together, right, and formulate this traditional household where the woman stays home, she raises the kids, and the man goes out to work, right? It's impossible nowadays, damn near impossible nowadays. Not saying that it's not possible, but it's damn near impossible, right? Because if the average man makes around what, $50,000 a year in the United States, the average man makes around $50,000 a year in the United States, right? At this point in time, $50,000 in the United States, right, in much of the West is considered low middle class, right? $50,000 a year is considered low middle class in the United States of America and much of the West, right? You can't really get any leeway with $50,000 a year, let alone raise a family, right? You can't raise a family on $50,000 a year, right? And I know guys are upset. Well, I want women to love me for me, Tap. I want women to love me for me, right? I get out here and work hard, and I'm digging ditches, and I'm putting this cement down, and I work my good job, bro. Listen, bro. Listen, it's not a. Listen, I'm sorry. Shouts out to all the blue collar workers, especially if you're on the lower end of the spectrum. Shouts out to all of y'all, but it ain't gonna cut it no more. It's not gonna cut it no more. It's not. I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all, right? It's not. Yeah, the women are tripping, but then at the same time, it's like, bro, we don't stay in the economic time period where you can make $50,000 a year, and you think that you about to have a woman that is loyal, right? That's gonna stay home, right? That punani is only for you, and she not giving it out, ninja, right? And the dude I was talking to, right? One of the best decisions he's made, right? And even though she used to do things in the past and whatever, right? Now she's at home. She works from home, right? He made sure that she got a job where she can work from home and she can stay in the house. Now, not saying that that's full bulletproof, right? But he alleviated 60% of the problem. He alleviated 60% of the bullshit that he would deal with. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I know a bunch of married women who are working, right? And who are, getting down and dirty. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that she's throwing that punani, but it leads to throwing that punani, right? They're at the job flirting, right? And let a bigger, badder wolf come around. Let Big Dog come around, right? Oh, yeah, she's going. She's flirting because you got to realize women are on a biological level. They're going to practice hypergamy. I don't care if she's married. Now, of course, there's, different situations, but you would rather keep her at home. You should rather keep her at home than to put her around other wolves, right? You can't put her around other wolves, right? Women are for the taking. Women are meant to be hunted, right? So if you put her around other hunters, ninja, you bound to get your food taken. You're gonna get your food taken if you put her around other hunters. Another hunter is gonna, especially if you're not around. If you're not around her, right? She works a totally different job. Shit, even if she works, bro, I've heard, bro, a woman actually told me this. A married woman, she had a big old rock on her finger, right? And this is what she told me. This is what she told me. She was like, I was like, do your husband? I was like, do you and your husband? How long you and your husband been together? Blah blah blah. Does he work here? And she was like, she made a quote unquote joke, but there's always truth to comedy, right? She was like, no, like, no, he doesn't work here. Like, I couldn't cheat in peace. I couldn't cheat in peace if he worked here. I was like, oh, okay, I see you. I see you. And, she comes off a little flirty and all of that stuff. I was like, yeah, she's fucking, right? Michael says, I'm not American. However, yeah, I disagree. Money is not the answer to. See, I don't want to hear that broke shit. I don't want to hear that broke shit. See, this is why so many people keeps falling behind. This is why you broke, dusty ass ninjas. Are you a woman or a male? Let's see. Well, you look like a woman. I don't know. I don't know if that picture is AI or what. But giving and receiving love. See, that's that shit that's that poor shit. I'm sorry. That's that poor shit. That's that broke shit. Y'all keep bouncing around talking about some money ain't the answer. Try having without money. What are you talking about? What do y'all be talking about? What in the world do y'all be talking about? I've been married 24 years. I'm male, my friend. I can give a damn how long you been married, and just sound like some gump shit to me. Cool beans. You've been married to your little piece for 24 years. Shouts out to you. Shouts out to you, man. You've been married 24 years, so you probably, Ninja, you don't even know what's going on out here. You're not even in the current dating market. You don't even see what the current generation is going through. You don't even know what's going on. And quite frankly, you're probably a older, 24 years, you're probably a Gen X. If you've been married, if you, don't tell me to be polite. I say whatever the hell I want to, right? If you've been married 24 years, more than likely you're probably Gen X and have no clue about what's going on. Baby boomers and Gen X don't know what the hell is out here going on. Y'all lived y'all life already. Y'all dated on easy mode. Ninja, all you had to do was take a bitch to a dang on to the diner. Ninja, you took a bitch to the diner and the drive-in theater, ninja. It was $5. It was $5. That's all. And a popcorn, ninja. You didn't pay over $10 to take that bitch out. You didn't pay over $10 to take that chicken head out, right? That's all it took, ninja. Nowadays, ninja, you gotta pull up in a Maserati. You gotta be making 100,000 plus, ninja. You gotta stay on the best side of town, ninja. You gotta be able to dang on go on vacations 100 times a dang on year. Y'all lived on easy mode. I don't want to hear that married for 24 years shit. I don't want to hear that married for 24 years shit. Y'all always getting on here talking about some, it ain't always about money. Shut up. Says the generations who bought houses for $2. Nobody want to hear that shit. Nobody want to hear that. Money's not the end all be all. Well, tell me what it is. If you got all the answers, ninja, make a YouTube channel and tell me what is then. Because clearly these guys are out here going through it. Clearly men are out here crashing out because they don't make enough money. They don't make enough money to survive, first and foremost. And then secondly, they don't have enough money to even create a family. Why would you want to create a family in an impoverished situation? Why would you want to give your kids, why would you want to set back your kids, right? Environmental issues is more of a setback than any other issues. This has been scientifically proven. It will be harder based on what zip codes that you stay in, based on the amount of money that your parents are making, based on money, right? What depends on whether your child ends up being something in life. It's just why do we have this horrible relationship with money? This is why dating is all over the place, because you got Gen X and boomers still telling their kids, oh, you just go to the church. Go to the church and find you a good wife. Go to the church and find you a good wife, ninja. Ninja, shut up. They all in the church. Go in there and find you a Virgin Mary. Go in there and find you a Virgin Mary, ninja. And then, yeah, God is going to take care of the rest, ninja. God is going to take... Man, shut up, man. We've been hearing y'all ninjas talk for the past 20, 30 years, ninja. That shit ain't working no more. That shit ain't working no more. Right? What are you talking about? Galaxy says you need to become a passport. But I already got my passport, Ninja. I went to the Dominican Republic in earlier this summer. Right, I got a Colombia trip planned. I got all kinds of I got trips planned. I got things planned. I wouldn't even call myself a passport bro. Right? My cool, obviously you're single. Obviously you don't know anything. Obviously you don't know anything. Right? I say I was single? Right? Just what because I'm not talking in the perspective of a Gen Xer. That means I'm single. Right? You don't know it. You don't know a damn thing what you talking about, my cool. Church girls are nothing but former thoughts. Exactly, AP. Right? See, in America and much of the West, where, Christianity is supposed to be the dominant religion, women understand and women know that they can get out here from anywhere between 14 years old, from 14 years old all the way up until about 30 years old. So women have a good 15 years. So women get out here and become little thoughts, become little 304s in modern day time. They get out here and sleep around. They get out here and suck all the digging sticks, right? You say what, bro? They get out here and suck all the digging sticks. They get out here and sleep around. They get out here and drink all the alcohol. They get out here and slut around. But then women know, especially American women, right? Especially the women, because many of these women were raised in the church, right? Many of them were raised in the church, right? And they know that once they know they know that they can go back to the church, right? And get all saved and do this and do that. And they know that there's some gumps who want marriage, some gumps that really want to create a family, right? They understand that they can go back to the church and be reformed. The church, now, granted, the church is for the sinners, right? The church is for the ones who, want to change their life around, granted. But the church is full of hoes. I believe personally, once women are tainted, I believe they should exile themselves out of dating and relationships and marriage. Right? I believe once women get tainted, once they get thrown around, get trains ran on them and suck all kinds of digging sticks and poison their bodies, I believe that they should exile themselves out of the dating market. Yeah, some nuns or something. Right? Some nuns. But you don't have that because nobody holds anybody accountable. So you got a bunch of women after they have a baby or two by Pookie, Ray, Chad, and Tyler, right? After they done had somebody baby already, right? Just today, I appreciate the super chat. After they've had somebody baby already, right? After they've had somebody baby, now they want to go back to the church, ask the Lord for forgiveness. Oh, I need me a man. Oh my God, praise Jesus. Right? I've been out here in these streets. Right? Listen, man, I don't care what y'all say. Right? That same mentality never disappears. Not saying that she can't be a good woman, right? Who's this guy? Our black women are the most aggressive dude. They want to be the men in a relationship, the most hyper aggressive. We're not even pinpointing race, whatever. Yeah, sure. But we're talking about America. We're talking about America in general. Look at the stats. It's all women. I don't care what are we talking about, black, white, Hispanic. I stay in Texas and the Latinas out here are crazy, right? None of these women, most of these women are no good. So it don't matter, right? I've met aggressive white chicks. I've met aggressive Latinas. I've met aggressive. Come on now, it really doesn't matter, right? It really doesn't matter. Jay, that's true, but I'm talking about white women being hoes. Look at the street interviews by influencers, right? If you have never traveled and been in small towns and big towns, big cities, right? You won't understand, right? Some people just gonna make it about, oh, it's black women this, white women this, but it's all women, right? For the longest, passport bros was talking about, yeah, if you go overseas, if you go to Colombia, you'll find you a good wife. If you go to the Dominican Republic, you'll find you a good wife. Ninja, you ain't going to none of these countries and finding no wife, right? Sure, you can get married. Yeah, you can get married, but you ain't going to none of these countries and finding no good wife, ninja. Most of these hoes are ran through. Even in Colombia, even in Brazil, even in the DR, ninja, Eastern Europe, it does not matter. Most of these chicks, they've been sucking and smucking since the age of 13, 14, right? And it's even worse when you're talking about underdeveloped countries, right? It's even worse because they've been doing it since whoo. They've been seeing foreigners since they was a kid. I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear it, but it's the truth, right? They've been selling, and then what? Asia as well, Japan, Southeast Asia, Thailand, Philippines. Ninja, they've been selling punani since 13, right? The family put them out there, put them in the bars, 14, 15 years old, right? Look, people leaving, they don't want to hear that. Ninja, that's too much. That's too much for Ninja's stomach. Right? Ninjas about to throw up. Ninjas out here about to throw up. They can't handle it. Right? Because dudes are so focused on finding love. Y'all are weak, man. A lot of men, especially American men, are weak. Right? Men don't want to get out here and dominate because they feel like, well, I can't find a wife, so there's no reason for me to, there's no incentive. Bro, there's plenty of incentive. Arball. So what's the solution? So what's the solution? I've been talking about the solution the whole time. Get out here and dominate. That's the solution. That's the solution. There's more to life. There's more to manship, right? There's more to a man's life than just sitting around and pouting about some damn women. About not being able to get married. What? Why? Why are we sitting around pouting because the women have to, bro, if the majority, if men in mass decided right now, that, hey, F these hoes, right? We're gonna get out here and dominate. We're gonna get out here and change the dynamics. We're gonna get out here and get out here and produce, right? Build the world up again, right? Build the world up for the future. Build the world up with this AI and technology. Right? If men decided in mass, right, to build society again and care less about these hoes, right, it'll change the complete dynamic. It'll change everything. But what's happening instead is men see what's going on around them and they're bowing out like a bunch of weaklings. Right? They're waving a white flag like a bunch of weaklings. Right? Instead of progressing, men are regressing because they can't handle that women no longer need you. Men can't handle that women no longer need them. I just call a spade a spade. Men can't handle that women no longer need them. Men can't handle that now society has been built up to a certain extent now that women don't need protection. They have the police force. They have the military, right? They have beta male orbiters, right? They no longer need you to provide for them. They can get their own jobs, right? They can go to work. They can work their own hours, make their own money, right? They can go and get their own degrees, right? Get educated, right? They no longer need you to drive them, ninja. They can buy their own cars. They can drive themselves, right? They no longer have to be pure. They no longer have to be pure. Purity is out the window. Why? Because they know they can get out here and bounce on how many digging sticks they want to, right? And they know that it's gonna be somebody, a gump ass motherfucker, who's gonna get out here, right, and praise them, bow down and kiss their feet and say, "All hail your majesty, all hail your majesty." They gonna be like, "I don't care about your past." Right? She know that she can get knocked up, have a baby, and she can still have some men, throw her some money. She know that she can get out here and take this dude to child custody courts. The child custody courts and the divorce courts are still stuck in 1825, ninja. The divorce courts and the child custody courts is not equal, right? So they know all of this stuff already. Zero tolerance. That's a great point. That's a great point. But they men right now are not ready to handle that. That's a good perspective. And I've been thinking on that for a long time. I've been thinking that's a good one, zero tolerance. Women never needed men. Patriarchy created a false reality. They're not ready for, that's too deep. That's too deep for them. Zero tolerance. That's too deep for them now. That's too deep for them. They're not ready for that. I have my personal theories on that. I've been thinking about that for a minute. Women never needed men. And this is a theory that I've been thinking on as well. This is a theory. You said, what does that mean? As I said, finally, you're catching up. Money ain't going to win you a lady. So this dude still, you can't even super chat, Ninja. You in here talking about the money. Ninja, you've been married for 24 years. You've been paying for your product for 24 years. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You've been paying for your product, Ninja, for 24 years. You paid the most. Talking about money ain't gonna win. Ninja, you bought. What are you? Jesus Christ, you men are lost. This is why Gen X and the boomers, they created the worst generation of men. This is why Gen Z is messed up. The Ninja talking about, yeah, money ain't gonna win you. Says what? Says who, Ninja? Says who? I can drop $200 on a bitch head right now, and she's gonna go. I swear to God. Pick him out. What are you talking about? I know chicks at work right now who some pretty women who are go for a bag. You talking about women ain't gonna be able to buy me a chick? Man, please. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Women are not gonna buy you. You just said women make their own money. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Yeah, women also have boyfriends. Women also have marriage. That don't stop a bitch from cheating, do it? That don't stop a chick from monkey branching over to the next dude, do it? That don't mean anything. They don't need your money. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. I'm not finna keep arguing with this dang on Gen Xer. I'm not finna keep arguing with this Gen Xer. This ninja been sucking on the same titty for 24 years, Ninja. We're not even in the same category. You've been sucking the same nipple for 24 years, Ninja. It ain't nothing for us to talk about. I don't know what this ninja even talking about. And this is the thing, ninjas be up in the house. Ninjas be up in the house, ain't seen nothing for centuries. Maybe that's the case in America, bro. It's the case worldwide. Well, see, that's my thing. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. I pay attention to the statistics all around the world. Birth rates and marriages are dropping all over the world. These are proven facts. This has been studied already. It's an ongoing thing. From China to Southeast Asia, right? All the way back to the West, right? Europe included. What are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. See, then it's bullshit. See, get up out of here, man. You don't even know what you're talking about. You don't even know what you're talking about. But the whole West birth rates have fallen below replacement levels. Asia is already below replacement level. Europe is already below replacement level. The only continents right now, well, country and continent, the only two places right now that are above replacement level, right? And that's why, and this is listen, and this is why they importing a lot of them into some of the West, right? A lot of people want to call it invasion or whatever you want to call it. India is above replacement level. It's already been predicted that India is going to be the next generation, right? The next generation of labor, because the West and much of Europe has already fallen below replacement level. India is above replacement level, right? Another continent that many corporations, Fortune 500 companies, and also China is also invested in as well, right? Is Africa, right? Google is already in Africa. Meta is already in Africa. right? Tech is already moving over to Africa, right? And also Latin America, already moving over there. So I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know what y'all looking at. You ninjas are too focused on CNN. You ninjas are too focused watching Fox News, ninja, and they not even giving you the whole truth. Right? Lil Z, you can super chat. That's what you can do. Willie, get your see, I will say something to you, but I don't want to get blocked on YouTube. Get off my channel. Get off my channel. Michael, why are you even still talking? Michael, all you doing is talking. You're not giving any facts, you're not giving any data. All that you're saying, and then you came over here talking about personal perspective. I'm giving you facts, I'm giving you data, but all you're saying is what are you talking about? That's bullshit. You're not even giving anything. Right? That proves that you stay in your own bubble, don't even know what's going on in world affairs, not even tracing what's going on. Money and corporations have been moving for the past 10, 15 years. Birth rates have been declining for the past 50 years. What are you talking about? It is. Blake Bradley, America's about to be like South Korea and Japan. Yeah, they are. But people don't see it because people still stuck in their own bubble, right? Look at the amount of men in here who are just so butthurt. Look at the amount of men who can't handle the truth. Look at the amount of men who can't stomach what's actually happening. Right? They can't stomach it. They can't stomach none of it. Right? Most of the women out here, they've already been, listen, they done had trains ran on them, right? They getting a train ran on them right now. Right? Most of the women you probably want to be wives, bro. Listen, I don't care. Listen, I've seen the innocent of the innocent. I've seen the innocent of the innocent, some of the nastiest women out here. Arball, that's not going to happen. We're not going back in reverse. The only people who are going to go back in reverse are men. We're not going back in reverse. No woman in politics, it'll never happen. That's too far gone. That'll never happen. It'll never happen. See, you guys are still stuck in this. Y'all think that these conservative talking points and this shit gonna save you. That shit ain't gonna save you, bro. Y'all think that stuff gonna save you? Yeah, we're gonna deport them and women not gonna be in politics. Come on now. Boy says, look at the amount of men that don't super chat. You dig? That's why you gotta hit the link in the description. Tap into the Patreon. That's where we're giving real deal knowledge. If you want to change your mindset, change the way that you think, moving into the new world and surviving the new world. Hit that link pinned to the top of the chat. Join the Patreon, join the Book of Forbidden Knowledge. You'll have access to all 3 tiers, right? You'll get my older videos, right? Spitting knowledge and game about women, technology, AI. You'll get the After Pill archives, and you'll also get access to what I just created, Billionaires Row, where we're talking about money, technology, AI, automation. So you get access to all 3 tiers. Hit that link pinned to the top of the chat. Right? And I hear you, Arball. I hear you. I hear you, Arball. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I get it. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But it's not going to change. It's not going to change. Right? And it's nothing that men are going to do about it. Men ain't going to do a jack shit about it. They're not going to do anything. Right? I'm afraid to ask. Livco says, I'm afraid to ask because I'm a black woman coming into the middle of this conversation, but I'm genuinely curious. Can someone give me a synopsis of this conversation? I mean, you don't have to be scared because you're a black woman. What does that have to do with anything? Live code, or is this a male space only? It's not just yes, it's a male space. It's a male space, but however, we women can come in and conversate as well. I said converse. Women can come in here and converse as well. If you want to come in here and converse, listen, we talk it out, right? We talk it out. This dude thinks he has, you still in here. Get out, bro. Get this Gen Xer fucking out. You still in here talking. Put your money up. Put your money up. You still in here talking. Get out. Get out. Why are you still in here talking? Then you're just in here rumbling. I've been married 24 years, and I don't see any of this. I don't see what's going on. Ninja, the whole world could be falling apart. Boomers will still be like, yeah, the world is a great place. America's still a land of opportunity. Ninja, Ninja, America's on fire. Ninja still talking about, why don't you just go get you a degree? Go get your English major, and then go be a teacher, and then you'll be able to buy a house just like we did. Ninja, shut up. Ninja, shut up. Yeah, bro, you can only be in here if your hairline on the back of your head. Listen, just a bunch of incels. Just a bunch of incel losers. Right? Men are so weak, man. They still stuck in a program, and men are so weak. It's ridiculous. Bro, and it's just not going to get better. It's not going to get better. It's just a bunch of incels, bro, and it's increased like since the past year. It's increased since the past year. You know what, Aaron? That's funny that you say that. It's funny that you say that. It's the Christian men who are so spiritually weak. Right? They can't handle nothing. They can't handle truths. They can't handle anything. The Christian men in America are the weakest, bro. They are the weakest link. I swear to God. This is why I dished both parties, right? This is why I call them cuck-servatives and the libtards. Cuck-servatives and the libtards. But the cuck-servatives specifically, bro, they don't stand for shit. Right? Shouts out to Moy with the super chat. The cuck-servatives, they don't stand for shiznit. And they be some of the weakest simps, gumps, and I'm gonna have a episode specifically for them, right? Because there's gonna be a video that I'm gonna show that's gonna spill all the beans, which I've always known this, but clearly, some of you may not know this. But I'm gonna save that for that video. But yes, that's a great point that you made. Especially Christian men, some of the weakest gumps, simps out here. Right? Some of the most passive aggressive, feminized men that you'll ever meet. Ever. Christian men of America. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just weak. Right? Blake Bradley said, yep, man, self-imploded. Yeah, we're self-imploded, man. Well, not me. You ninjas. Well, the other ninjas. Whoever it goes for, ninja. How about that? Men are self-imploded. More shouts out to Moy. Shouts out to Moy. He been a member for 6 months. Shouts out to Moy, man. Shouts out to Moy. Shouts out to all the other members as well. Right? If you want to become a member just to support the channel, right? Watch us grow from the ground up. Right? Because that's what we're doing over here. We preaching this message. Right? Yes, it's slow growth because I'm spitting the real deal truth that, YouTube don't want to hear this. Right? They don't want me to wake men up. They don't want me to spill these kind of truths. They don't like the arrogance, right? They don't like the arrogance. They don't like the confidence. They don't want you to have arrogance. They don't want you to have confidence. Why? Because then you'll become a man. Woohoo! Right? They don't want you to have arrogance, knowledge, and confidence because then you'll become a man. Ooh, they don't want men in here. They don't want men anymore. They don't want men anymore. Right? They don't want them. They want feminized men. They want emotional men who can't handle the truth so they can put y'all under servitude. That's what's going to happen. And that's what's coming next. That's what's coming next. I already told y'all. What's next for men is absolute servitude. You think that you exiling yourself out of society. Yeah, let's see how long that happens. Right? Let's see how long that happens. Because some of y'all are hanging on by a shoestring, ninja. Some of y'all are living with parents, right? Wait till your parents die. Wait till your parents die. Right? Some of y'all are just hanging on by a shoestring. You waiting on your parents. Listen, I'm telling y'all what's coming next. Men are going to be in absolute servitude. You're going to be in servitude to women and the system, right? Which are one of the two same, because women are the system. Women are the system now, right? Y'all are just going to be in servitude to the system. And then by then, it's not going to be anything for you to do, right? Y'all still trying to get out here and date, knowing what's going on. Well, some of you probably don't know. I don't know. Questions for Arball. Why do you support weak men, aka incels? He don't even know. Incels don't even know. They just want, men just want an excuse to be losers. Right? That's why they complaining. They complaining about the dating market. Right? Yeah, more, I got you. They complain about the dating market. They complain about what's going on. Right? And granted, we understand that there's certain societal issues that are happening in the country, that are causing certain things. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. However, what else do you do? I'm sitting here giving this solution after solution after solution. Just talking about what's the solution, right? I gave the solution. Get out here and grind your ass to the bones. Get out here and grind yourself to the bones. The average man has been in servitude to the system. Patriarchy is set up that way. I don't necessarily agree. Because there's time periods. I halfway agree. But I'm not gonna demonize the patriarchy. The patriarchy is why we got where we are now, right? A built-up society. Well, at least for the Western Hemisphere, right? And well, much of society throughout history, men have always protected. Men have always kept, things under wraps. Yeah, have been at war, but wars because of human conditioning. That's just gonna be a part of it, no matter if it's men or women. Arbol said, what the F is patriarchy? What do you mean, natural hierarchy? Yeah, patriarchy is the natural hierarchy. Right? Tell that Nelson Mandela, you weak ass man. It's up to you as a man to make your life like a king. That's what I'm saying. Right? And now y'all really gonna see. Right? Because dating is broken. Listen, they're pricing you out of women. Right? This is how you know, like, what's coming downhill. Y'all not even gonna be ready for it. A lot of you niggas are gonna be homeless, hungry, and whatever else after that. Right? They're already pricing you out of women. Right? And they're pricing you out of the average woman. Right? You already priced out of pretty women. Most of you ain't gonna get that. Right? Well, you're not gonna get it in the way that you think that you're gonna get it. Right? Because even with the pretty women, right? You're not touching them anyway. But then with the mid women, with the mid to regular women, right? Because that's what most men are fighting over. King Fire 305, yes, Sirski. Right? Most men are fighting over the scraps of women. Let's talk about it. Right? The top tier women, beautiful. We're talking about 6.5s up, right? They've either been taken off the market already, or 2, full monetization. They understand that their beauty sells. Last night I priced out you ninjas, F you incels. More crazy. Shouts out to Moy again for the super chat. Right? You other ninjas need to super chat too. Get the likes up. We got 32 people in here. At least hit the like button, ninja. If you're not going to super chat or become a member, at least hit that like button. Push us in the algorithm. Let's get this message out here to the YouTube algorithm so we can push it out to these other weak ass men who need to hear this message. Right? And also hit that link pinned to the top of the chat. Join the Patreon. Join the Book of Forbidden Knowledge. We going ham over there. We opening up minds over there. And we also gonna get men out here to make more money. Right? We need men out here to make more money so you can get out here and dominate, so you can have options for yourself, because you're getting priced out of dating. You're already getting priced out of women. Right? Even your average woman, right? They got tons of DMs. Right? They're on sugar baby websites. Right? They've been having sex since the age of 14. So you're not getting a pure woman. So So you're gonna put a white dress on a dirty biatch. You're gonna put a white dress on a dirty biatch, right? So even your average woman, right? They're not going for none of that. They're saying, hey, Mr. Sir, we want our bills paid, Mr. Sir. We want our rent paid, Mr. Sir. Because guess what? Even your average chicks are still getting smashed. They getting dug out too. They getting dug out by some top tier men too. Right? Sometimes the top tier men, they got average mid-ish going through that circle. They got average mid-ish going through their circle. Right? So they getting smashed too. Sometimes they getting their bills paid too. The average man stands no chance. They don't have a chance in hell to compete out here. Right? So you're getting priced out of women, dating their relationships. Right? You're just gonna get a woman who's combative, right? She's gonna have other men on the side. She's gonna be trying to monkey branch over, aka hypergamy, right? She's just using you as a holdover guy. You got a place right now. You got a steady job. Okay, I guess he can do a little something until I get up on my feet. I've heard women literally tell me. A woman literally told me, right? It was a few months ago. She was like, her boyfriend stays with her parents. I mean, her boyfriend stays with his parents, and she stays with him. And she works, and she told me exactly this. She said, I'm just really using him until I get up on my feet. I really don't like him like that. I give him sex and all of that, but I'm just using him until I get up on my feet and I find a better guy or something like that. Right? She told me that exactly from her mouth. Right? Exactly from her mouth. And this was a 4. This was a 4 who was saying this. She wasn't even bad. She was a 4. She was a torta, ninja. She was a torta. Talking about how she's using a guy right now to get up on her feet, and she's maximizing the fact that, or benefiting from the fact that he stays with his parents, so she's not paying any bills. She's just stacking money so she can get up on her feet. Man, y'all not ready, man. Y'all not ready. Y'all not ready. Benjamin Burley says, regular degulars in South Florida want $15 matcha lattes or Michelin star diners. Listen, that's what they want. That's what they want. Putting a dress on a dirty woman is crazy work. Even buying the ring. Lifco says there has been an increase in passiveness, I think, in all people, not just men, and think that's the condition of the American culture. No. Nah, there's an increase in passiveness amongst men. I've noticed more women are extra aggressive. Extra aggressive. Right? Women are extra masculine nowadays. Right? They're ready to fight dudes. Right? Yeah, most men are lazy. They're getting priced out. They're also pricing you out of housing. Right? They're trying to get rid of you out of the workforce. Ninja, y'all better wake up and do something. Y'all better wake up and do something, create something. Right? Y'all better do something. Because at the end, y'all gonna wait. What's gonna happen is y'all gonna wait 10 years. What's gonna happen is y'all gonna wait 10 years and y'all gonna wake up and America's gonna look completely so different, you're not going to recognize it. The world is going to look so different in 10 years. Don't y'all understand, man? Right? Y'all think that we're still moving in 25-year intervals. That's what y'all think. Y'all think that y'all moving in 20-year intervals. Y'all think that we're still moving in 30-year intervals. No. The technology has sped that up. The automation has sped that up. Social media has sped that up. The digitalization of everything, the monetization of everything has sped that up. Ninja, we're moving in damn near 3 to 5 year intervals now. What used to take 20 years, what used to take 30 years, it now takes 3 to 5. Do y'all not understand that? It takes 3 to 5. So before you know it, bro, the world's going to be completely different. Bro, groceries are so damn high and they're not coming back down. Groceries are so damn high. Right? What it used to take, it used to take me freaking $150, right? Not even. And I have a pantry full of stuff, right? Canned goods, my frozen stuff, right? My fruits and vegetables, ninja, $150 like 5 years ago, really before the pandemic. It took me 100, bro. The same stuff, you're gonna run up a $300 tab, $300 plus. And depending on your household size and all that, ninja, you can very well exceed $400 plus just trying to fill up the refrigerator. Jay said, I just paid $5. That's what I'm saying. Paid $5 for a gallon of milk at Publix. Bro, it used to take $100, $150, $125. Bro, cart used to be filled up, ninja. Cart used to be filled up. Now, ninja, now you're going to spend $300 and you're going to have half the cart. But y'all worried about dating? Y'all worried about a woman, ninja? You ninja y'all just want a second income. You ninjas just want a second income. Let's call a spade a spade. Y'all ninjas want to bring a chick in so she can work, ninja, so she can pay half the rent. You bum ass ninjas. That's what y'all really want to do. Right? Instead of leveling up yourself, ninjas trying to bring in the bitch so she can work. Yeah, this'll help me. This'll help me with the rent. Y'all want to bring in roommates, and guess what? These bitches gonna treat y'all like roommates. So y'all not ready to hear that. Y'all wanna bring in roommates? Y'all wanna bring in roommates? These hoes gonna treat y'all like roommates, and that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Corporate boss babes and private equity dude bros running up the prices. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, I mean, big bank take little bank, little ninja. Big bank take little, big bank take little bank. Welcome to capitalism. That's how this shit works. That's how it works. I can't complain either. I'm not exactly where I want to be. I can't get mad that certain things is just above my head, right? Until I get into those positions, it is what it is. I understand how the game works, and once I get to where I'm getting, ninja, I'm not looking back. I'm trying to pull you ninjas up with me now. I'm trying to pull you ninjas up with me. You see how many men are agitated? You see how many men they want the old world back? Just had a Gen Xer in here, right? Gen Xer married for 24 years, want to argue me up and down, talking about I don't know what I'm talking about. Bro, these ninjas are done. They don't want to hear the truth. They wanna live in their sad existence of a reality. Right? But when shit hits the fan, they're going to be the first ones out here talking about, they're going to be the first ones out here crying, talking about what happened, ninja. Tap tried to tell you what happened. Tap tried to tell you what happened. Tap tried to tell you what was about to happen years ago, but you didn't want to listen. Right? I tried to tell you to sign up for the Patreon years ago, ninja. You didn't want to sign up for the Patreon. Now you priced out of the Patreon. You ninjas better come on now. No, come on now. Liana. Hey, Liana. Said, hell, I'm not gonna lie. I would rather much work and have my own job and help instead of make it harder on both of us. They're making it harder on all of us to survive so we can depend on the government. I agree, Liana. I agree. Right? And to play devil's advocate, the reason why I said what I said, because I understand the mentality of the majority of women in the West now. Right? I completely agree, Leon. I wholeheartedly agree. I believe when two people get together, male and women, especially when, especially younger, when a man is on his grind and he's trying to become the man that he needs to be, I agree. Right? I agree that, that woman, she should be there to assist. She should be able to help, right? Two people should be able to come together and it works out, right? I agree. However, that's not how women are built nowadays, Liana. It's not how women are built nowadays. Shouts out to Moy again with the super chat. He said they don't want to hear the truth, that the true king or warrior dies alone. Yep. So, Liana, I agree. And shouts out to you, Liana. Shouts out to you. You sound like a real one. Liana sounds like a real one. Right? Instead of making it, yeah, of course, if your man is struggling now, but it's a difference between bombs and a man that is trying his damnness. Right? There's a difference between bums and a man that is actually grinding and trying his whole heart, like to make it something, right? There are guys who are complete bums, who have no ambition, no drive, no nothing, right? And they want a woman to come into his life, right? So she can take part in the struggle bus. I don't, dang, I don't believe in struggle love. I don't. Right, so there's two pages to the chapter, right? On the flip side, I tell men, listen, you need to grind, you need to do this, you need to do that. Listen, nobody's gonna care for you, right? You're gonna have to get out here and make money, or you're gonna get priced out. Boom, boom, boom. Right? But on the flip side, I also believe that ladies should not be with men, right, who are struggling. Women should not be with men, right, who can't do anything for them. I agree on that part too. Right now, I'm not saying like if you married the dude and he lost his job or something and then you just cut him off. That's not what I'm saying. Right? I'm not saying if a man was doing good this whole time and he hit a rough patch and then you just up and leave him. No, that's not how that works. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying that when you get with bums, when you get with lames, right, who are not doing anything, when you have sex with lames, when you make babies with dudes who can't afford to even wipe their own ass, you are messing up the market as well, right? This is what I believe, right? I believe that women should be with the winners, right? Fuck it. Women should be with the winners, right? I believe that this should happen for the sake of the survival of the human race. I believe this is how we get the best genetics, right? I believe this is how we get the best and brightest of people, right? I believe the women should be with the producers and the winners and the genetically strong. Facts. Yep, and welcome to the channel, Liana. Dang, boy. Golly, boy. More than dropped a 50 ball on my head. Dang, boy. Let me read that. More shouts out to Moy, man. Shouts out to Moy. Blame the dudes out here even before the JUCO and always pay JUCO. Blame the dudes out here even before the JUCO always pay women and give men are the givers, and it's our duty to give, provide, and protect. Bomb ass ninjas that were raised without fathers. Let the incels X themselves out. Sigmas and alphas do not save them. I agree. I agree. Liana says, "Oh, I absolutely agree with you. Women are definitely not what they used to be at all, and it's sad. But there's also lazy ass boys, not men out here that want free handouts." I agree, Liana. I agree. Man, shouts out to Moy, man. Shouts out to Moy. Make sure y'all go over there and check Moy channel out too. He over there grinding too. Listen, no more weak men. We got to X all the weak men out. I'm sorry. All you weak men. You genetically weak man, you all of you, right? I'm talking about everybody, right? I don't care what race, creed, or anything, right? You weak Negroes. Yep, you too, ninja. Y'all can't get right. Y'all want to get out here and commit crimes, ninja. Throw him in jail, ninja. Throw him in jail, ninja. Right? Yep, you essays. Yep, y'all too. If you can't get right, ninja. Bye bye. Right? You dang on, who else out there? You dang on, your trailer park trash. You ninjas don't want to get right. Get out of here, ninja. Get out of here. Right? I'm talking about everybody. Listen, Asians, y'all don't want to get right too? Ninja, get out of here, ninja. Get out of here. Right? Shouts out to Unfiltered Grind with the super chat as well. Right? We only want strong. We only want the strongest of the strong. Right? Because we're in a messed up time right now. I think a lot of men are so, and people in general, they're so distracted by these alternate realities. Right? They're so distracted without these with these alternate realities. Right? Arball says more families without fathers if women just go for the top. I don't agree. I don't agree. Uh, at least these men will be able to take care of them, right? It's no difference. It's no difference. See, with me, it's no difference from a man who's grinding to the bone, working 60, 70 hours and can never be home. What's the difference? Not saying that you're completely wrong, but I don't believe that you're completely right either, right? Because this is how we, this is how humanity got here, right? Arball, this is how humanity got here. Humanity got here by aiming for the top. Do y'all not realize we only had a small fidget in time where the nuclear family was praised and the average man, the grunt working man, was praised. This was only a short period of time. Do y'all not understand that, right? I got to take y'all through history. There was only a short period of time where the grunt worker, the average man, was praised and they was held on a pedestal, right? This is only between World War One and World War Two, and slightly a few decades after that. After that, it all went to shit. Right? There was only a small fidget in time where the average man was praised. It was cool to be average. It was cool to work at the factory, right? They paid you a decent wage. You were able to go get a house. You were able to raise a family, right? It was only a small fidget in time where that was praised. And it was like a 50-year window, maybe 60-year window. But before that, the world was in, I don't even want to say shambles. Only the kings got to please themselves. How about that? Right? That is how we got here in humanity. Right? Do y'all not understand from a historical standpoint that the majority of men throughout history, this has been proven, you can go look it up, do your own research, look at the data yourself. Throughout history, most men did not get to reproduce. Let me say that one more time. Throughout history, the majority of men did not get to reproduce. Men died from diseases. Men died from wars. Men died from famine. Right? Many men did not get to reproduce. Right? But guess what on the flip side? More women got to reproduce than men. Why is that? Why is that? Because kings had concubines. Right? Kings had concubines that had multiple women. Right? The men who could afford them had multiple women, right? Had multiple babies with multiple women, right? Because they could afford to do so, right? Do we have to, come on now. Females always go for the top. Shouts out to Moy again. Complaining and just say you're broke. Yeah. Liana Tilson says, thank you. Hell, me and my man have been together for 8 years since I graduated high school. And we have had some rough times, but we have always helped each other to get through those times together. Shouts out to Liana. Shouts out to Liana. Now, I'm not against a good relationships. Like, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. If it works, it works. Right? Just like for me, for instance. Shit. If it works, it works. If it goes to shit, it goes to shit. Right? It's just, as a man, you have to understand how everything works. You have to understand that, hey, women can go left. Right? My woman can go left. Your woman can go left. It does not matter. Nobody's exempt from it. Hell, Jeff Bezos is not exempt from it. Any billionaire is not exempt from it. Right? I'm just staying disciplined, being on NoFap to become the best version of myself. Shouts out to you being on NoFap. Shouts out to you. But only keep it limited. NoFap is not meant to go years. Ninja, you're supposed to do NoFap in intervals, right? So that you can get done what you need to get done and become the best possible version of you. But shouts out to you regardless, right? See, Polo 30, the game is rigged, not worth playing it. See, I don't like hearing that, right? I agree that the game is rigged, Polo. I agree that the game is rigged. Now, if you don't want to play it, that's on. See, y'all keep thinking that, bro, y'all gonna be up for a rude awakening. Y'all keep thinking that y'all are not going to play the game, right? The reason why so many men are exiling themselves out right now is because the luxury still exists for them to exile themselves out of the game. I'm telling y'all only have 10 years. Y'all only have 10 years left, man. Right? Y'all only have 10 years. right? I don't know what you're gonna do. Maybe you're gonna become part of a homeless encampment or something. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all ninjas got 10 years. You keep thinking that you're not gonna play this game. You're gonna play this game. You're gonna play this game, ninja. you think you're above the program, ninja? You think you're above the program? No, you're gonna play this damn game. Right? They're gonna make sure that everybody plays. Now there's gonna be some people who are above the game. There's gonna be some people who can shelter themselves from most of the game, and then there's gonna be people within the game who get burnt alive. You're gonna play this game. I don't know where y'all keep getting that. Oh yeah, we're just gonna exile. First of all, the only reason that they're allowing men to exile themselves out, come on now, those who are pulling the strings, they know exactly what's going on. They know exactly what they're doing. They want you to exile themselves. Why? They want you weakened. They want you weakened. I don't know why. This is why I'm trying to wake men up, because y'all think that y'all doing something. No, you're playing straight into their hands. You idiots. Y'all are idiots. Y'all are playing straight into the game. They want you to exile yourselves out. They want you to not to be in the workforce. They want you to be destroyed mentally so you can't fight back. But y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. This is stuff that should be on the Patreon. I'm giving y'all too much game as it is. I'm giving y'all too much knowledge as it is, man. I'm giving y'all too much as it is. Theo, I don't know what you're talking about. These ninjas think I'm just gonna not play the game, right? Now I'm not. If we're talking about just being single, that's different. Now, like if you're out here grinding and you're making money, ninja, you traveling, right? You're MGTOW, you're a free agent, right? You done took the after pill, right? That's a whole different story. That's a whole different story, right? Now you're exercising freedom, right? That's a whole different story, right? But if you're talking about just like exiling yourselves out, which is the majority of what men are doing. The majority of men are not exercising their freedoms. The majority of men are not getting out here grinding to the bone for themselves. Most men are not getting out here and exercising their purpose, right? The majority of men are not getting out here and saying, you know what, I'm gonna live for me, right? The modern dating scene is messed up, right? The game is rigged, right? So you know what? I'm gonna dive deep into the game. I'm gonna unrig myself, right? Make as much money as I can, right? Become free, travel, right? Most men are not doing that, right? Zero tolerance. Yeah, being single is fine. That's what I'm saying. Being single is fine, but get out here and work. Get out here and produce. Like, what are we doing? Right? All of this over women? Our quote unquote lesser half? Right? I thought we were the head. Ninja, well, I'm the head, ninja. You ninjas are the tail, I guess. What happened to you? What year did it become cool to be a loser? It became cool to be a loser when the CIA allowed the red pill to exist on YouTube, because they knew that the majority of men were not going to actually tap into the message. They understood and knew from a psychological standpoint that the majority of men were going to take on the message just to become a loser and exile themselves out of society, therefore allowing whoever's pulling the strings to control everything that is happening right now. Boom. Woo! That's too deep. That's too deep. That's what she said. That's too deep. That's too deep. Dun 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 dun. That's too deep. Dun 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 dun. Y'all think the red pill, y'all think they just allowed the red pill to come in here, and you think that they were gonna allow the red pill to wake up, ninjas? You think they was gonna allow the red pill to wake up all men, bro? No. No. They knew that there was only gonna be a specific percentage. Bro, y'all gotta understand. Bro, this shit is down to a science. Y'all just don't get it, bro. Link down in the description. Hit that Patreon. Link is down in the description. Hit that Patreon. Y'all just don't get it. This shit is down to a science. You think that they were going to allow men to wake up in mass? You thought that they were going to allow men to wake up in mass? You thought that they were just going to allow the red pill just to sweep the nation? You thought? Why would they shoot themselves in the foot? Why would they lose control like that? Because we know what happens when you have strong men in mass. Strong men in mass revolt. Right? Strong men in mass revolt. Strong men in mass make sure that everything that is stopping them and stopping their pursuit of happiness, right? They'll make sure that they're in the dirt. You know, shit that we did in 1776. But those men don't exist no more. Stack bread, get a passport, work out, smell good. Hey, sounds like a good life to me. Stack bread, get a passport, work out, work on your mind, not just work on your body, work out everything. Work on your mind, work on your spirit, work on your emotions, work out everything, and smell good. Oh, don't forget, fuck bad bitches. Young ones, fresh 1821. Yep, I said it. Make sure you get the young ones. The young ones gonna keep you young. The young one's gonna keep you. They're gonna keep you at attention like a tree bark. Do you hear me? They're gonna keep you as stiff as a tree bark. Do you hear me? Man, y'all not ready, man. Y'all not ready. Y'all let me know when y'all ready. I'm ready. I'm ready when y'all ready. Hit that link pin to the top of the chat, man. I'm ready when y'all ready. Right? I'm trying to help y'all. Right? There's a lot of other men in this space that are trying to help y'all too. But the majority of y'all are just losers, man. The majority of men have become losers, right? I mean, there's nothing to do about dating, right? Most of y'all gonna get railroaded, right? Most of y'all are not even pick of the litter that women truly want in the first place. Why? Because one, most men are not genetically superior, right? Most men don't have, you know, when I say genetics, I'm talking about look, height, dig and stick, all of that stuff, right? Most men don't have the money. You don't even have the money. You don't even have the money to become that guy. Right? You don't even want to get to the money. So, bro, I don't know about y'all, but it motivates me. Like when I hit a rough spot in life, when I hit a tough spot in life, bro, that shit motivates me. Right? It's a challenge. Right? That's part of being a man. I love when I hit. Yeah, that shit hurts. Right? When you're broke, when you got a little money, yeah, that shit hurts. Like, dang, I need to find some ways, you know, let me do this, let me do that, let me work extra hours, let me do this overtime, let me do this, let me pick up a second job, let me pick up a third job, let me drive some Uber, let me do some DoorDash, right? Bro, that shit is a challenge for me. It's motivational. Right? Oh, this is the level that I'm on? You niggas play video games. You love playing video games, but when it's time to treat life like a video game and actually play the level that you on and exceed to the next level, you niggas want to opt out. You quit the video game. You throwing the controller, breaking a console. Right? Come on now. You niggas are crazy. Yeah, I forgot both y'all up north. Both of y'all up north. I've heard of some crazy JUCO spots up there. Some crazy ones. Some that even mimic places like the DR. But yeah, y'all better get it together, man. Because what's coming next, y'all not gonna like it. What's happening now, the declining of marriage, the declining of birth rates, it's just the beginning. Right? Y'all already see everybody getting laid off. Right? AI is coming. I told y'all 2 years ago what AI was gonna do. I told y'all 2 years ago what automation was gonna do. Right? I guess my audience wasn't this big at when I was first talking about it. But I told y'all this last year too. Niggas didn't listen. I told y'all that Trump wasn't gonna solve anything. I told y'all this. right? As a voter of Trump himself, I voted for Trump this go round. As a voter of Trump himself, I still said, you know, I just voted just to exercise my voting, right? I told you niggas that Trump was going to continue to train. He was going to continue to train. He wasn't stopping the train. Y'all think Trump is above this? No, Trump ain't above this. He's a part of the system. Y'all thought Trump was above the system. You niggas are stupid. Right? MAGA, where y'all at? Where you at, MAGA maniac? Right? Y'all thought Trump was above the system. No, Trump is the system. Right? The whole game of politics is the fool. That's a whole game of politics. The game of politics is not to tell the truth. The game of politics is not even do what you're elected to do. The game of politics is to fool the people so you can't see what they're actually doing. Come on now, I told y'all this. I told y'all Trump was going to continue to. It didn't matter who got in. It didn't matter if Trumpy got in. It didn't matter if Scamala got in. It don't matter if Sleepy Joe still stayed in. The train was going to continue. Right? Y'all thought that Trump was going to be Jesus Christ. Y'all thought that Trump was going to be saving grace. Nah, Trump came in and do what he was put in there to do. And yes, I said put in there. Trump came to do what he was put in there to do. Right? Placed in there to do. Y'all still think that we don't have kingdoms? Y'all still think we don't have dynasties, ninja? Right? Trump wasn't elected. Trump was placed. Come on now. Y'all not hearing me. Trump wasn't elected, ninja. He was placed. Right? They gave y'all the options already. They gave y'all the options. Ninja, we either putting her in here or we putting him in here. Y'all choose and we'll choose. Y'all choose and then we'll choose, ninja. Right? Elon tried to call him out. Listen, Elon too busy making virtual porn on Twitter. Listen, Elon trying to save Tesla right now. He ain't got time. Elon thought this was a game. Elon thought it was a game too. Elon not above this shit either. Y'all think, bro, there are people out here who are bigger than the billionaires. And I'm not just talking about money. There are individuals, entities out here, right, who are bigger than Elon, who are bigger than Trump, right? Conglomerates, corporations, bankers, right? Investors, right? Who are bigger than that, right? They may not have Elon billions, but they can make Elon disappear if they wanted to. They can take all that shit away from Elon if they wanted to. Hell, you see what happened to Trump? Y'all thought that those attacks was just, just random? Come on now. I'm not gonna speak too much on that. I'm not gonna speak too much on that. Board of directors, the real elites, aka one of them rhymes with Tisdale. One of them rhymes with Tisreal. One of them rhymes with Tisreal. That's just one of them. It rhymes with Tisreal. It rhymes with Tisreal. That's just one of them. Right? Anyway, I'm done spitting knowledge to y'all. If y'all want some real deal knowledge, you want to really change the direction of your life, you can book a one-on-one call. Link is in the description, right? If you want to change your mindset, Patreon, join the Book of Forbidden Knowledge. We already have members over there. We're already growing over there, right? I'm only accepting 50 people as of now. I'm only accepting 50 people as of now on the Patreon. Right? So you better get in. You better get in while the price is low. You better get in while it's still low. You better get in before I make my blow up. Right? Because once we get over that 10,000 sub mark, Ninja, the price gonna go up as well. Right? So make sure you hit that link in the description. Make sure you hit that link pinned to the top of the chat. Book your one-on-one calls. Come and join the Book of Forbidden Knowledge. We're building up men over there. And also locals, don't forget the locals for the nasty boys. The locals, right? I'll be dropping another episode over there on the locals, talking about the Dominican Republic, right? What happens in the DR stays in the DR, right? I already got a video up over there talking about an undercover JUCO over there, my experience with an undercover JUCO. So, yes, Sirski. So we're gonna end this off. Shouts out to everybody too. Shouts out to Moy especially. Shouts out to Dan22, Unfiltered Grind. Right? I walk alone because I was never meant to follow. I was born to build what others were too weak to imagine. They rejected me for my strength, envied me for my presence, and feared the truth in my voice. So they gossiped, mocked, tried to shrink me, but I didn't bend and I didn't fold, and I won't start now. I do not chase the approval of the herd. I walk above it. I see through the mask and I speak with conviction forged in pain and clarity. Every betrayal carved focus to my soul. Every lonely night built the calluses I now wear with pride. My mission is not optional. My legacy is non-negotiable. And my time is coming. I am built for this and I will win. Creed of the Outlier. Shouts out to everybody that tuned in. Shouts out to everybody. Kels, Blake, Moy, Dan22, R-Ball. Shouts out to, what's her name? What was her name? I want to do a Zero Tolerance, Kels, Polo. Special shouts out to Moy. Make sure y'all go check him out over there on YouTube. Liana. Special shouts out to Liana for interacting with the chat. You know, a lot of women can't handle what I talk about either. Right? They crash out. A lot of women crash out when they come over here. Right? Shouts out to Liv Cole, another lady. Shouts out to Jay. Shouts out to everybody. This was a great live stream. Right? Stay tuned for the next one. Stay tuned for the videos as well. Kel said, watch out for simps and trolls. Yes, sir. All right, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.